What up, my peeps? What's been happening? What's good? It's your Knucka Big Rucker, and I'm back after a hiatus. And yeah, it's great to be back. I haven't been on because, quite frankly, there hasn't been much content for me to actually review. I've got some things, but from what I've been seeing, some of the things that I like to review isn't really being, shall we say, appreciated. So, things like my dino reviews and whatnot. So I will refrain from that. If anything, I may start another channel just dealing exclusively with prehistoric animals, and keep this channel relegated to all things action figure. So yeah, we now have content coming in. As you can see right in front of us, we've got the VHS style, that is VHS style boxing packaging for the 90's X-Men cartoon. And first up we have Jubilee. And when I say first up, this is the first thing released, and I got this via the Shop Disney store, and ordered it. They shipped it out pretty quickly. Very happy about that. I've actually been sitting on this for a couple days, and finally decided to get off my behind and get back into doing this review thing. So as you can see, this is in a VHS style packaging. It's actually a little bit bigger than VHS. Any of you that are old enough to remember that, you know what I'm talking about. But this style packaging is similar to that. What we have here is got the X-Men logo. You see an illustration of Jubilee, as well as her head icon up there in the upper left. You see Jubilee, her name. As far as the packaging, you see down here, plastic-free packaging. Turn to the side, you see this is where it really looks like VHS packaging with the Marvel Legends, and you see that right there, like that's supposed to be what would have been the VHS tape, and you slide the packaging off of it. So you see you've got that. Then turning to the back, you've got a read-up, which is Jubilation Lee is the newest member of the X-Men, able to project plasma fireworks from her hands with explosive results. It says the newest. Like I said, this is based off of the 90's cartoon, and if any of you recall that, she was the reason for the X-Men going up against the Sentinels in that one, because the Sentinels had basically tracked down Jubilee and went after her, and the X-Men also located Jubilee via Professor X and Cerebro, and so they went and headed the Sentinels off at the pass at a mall, and that's how that series actually kicked off. So you got the same thing on the other side. You've got that packaging, or rather that logo on the top of the box. On the bottom you have legalese, and also stating plastic-free packaging on that right side, and that's what we have. So what we're going to do is get Jubilee out of the packaging, and I've already taken the liberty of cutting the tape, so we can do this right on the camera. Get that. So there's Jubilee. See if there's anything else that'll come out. This is how it's packaged. You see, you've got this to keep the figure in place. You get the accessories are in this wax paper bag, as well as the figure itself. So take that away, and you see they've got cardboard here to keep the legs from warping. That's pretty cool that they did that. And so yeah, so you have the figure there. You have this wax paper that holds the accessories. And what Jubes comes with is an additional head sculpt. She comes with, what does this look like here? She comes with one and what is this here? Oh, here we go. Two additional her sunglasses, and she comes with we've seen these before, these style wraparound power effects. So that's what we have here. So let's clear this mess I've got and take a look at Jubilee.
This is Hulk. Hulk friend Ruckus asked Hulk to come here to talk to Puny Human. Ruckus say you come, you watch, but you don't subscribe. So Hulk here to tell Puny Human, subscribe or Hulk will smash. Hulk friend Ruckus, good friend, good channel. So like, share, subscribe, do what Hulk say, please.
Before we look at the figure itself, let's take a look at the accessories, starting off with this additional head sculpt of Jubilee. You see she's got her shades up on her head there. They're affixed, so they're part of the head sculpt. And looking at it, you can see she's very nice. The lips painted nicely. I don't really see they could have made the face a little bit more, you're probably going to kill me in the comments for this, Asian, because that is what Jubilation, she is Asian. I'm not really quite sure exactly what persuasion, but yeah, this could have been done a little bit better. We've had the same issue with the Silk figure that we had most recently got, and the even more so with the one we're getting. The one we're getting looks even less Asian than the previous two iterations of Silk, but it's the same thing here with Jubilee. We'll take a look at her other figures to see and compare and see there, but yeah, you see, other than that, I mean, the face is still beautiful, so that's pretty cool. Jubilee also comes with, this is one of two sets of shades for her to wear. You could see it's got cell shading on it. Actually, the same thing could be said about the shades that are on that additional head sculpt that are fixed, and those lines that are going diagonal across. That's the cell shading. I'm still not sure how I feel about the cell shading, but when we look at the figure, we'll discuss that further. And the second set of shades is exactly like this one. I guess they packed in two in case we lose a set some kind of way. And of course, we all recognize these little ditties. We've seen them before. They wrap around the arms. They're, you know, the effects. I guess they're all right. They don't really accurately demonstrate Jubilee's effects. They're more like fireworks, not like these oozing, emanating style effects. But they are nice, you know. They're got that pinkish, that mauve sort of color, fluorescent, and it you know, tapers off into being transparent. So they're pretty nice as well. Here we have Jubilee standing before us, head to toe. And one thing I can tell you is this is the same exact figure that we have seen before. Only difference is just some slight paint decos and the cell shading. we'll take a look at that as we get close up. Looking at Jubilee up close, you can see the cell shading that I'm speaking of. It's this line work here that you see right there going along there, and same thing with the other side. We had cell shading on a figure before, if you recall, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Venom also had cell shading. It was based on the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, which is why we have cell shading here. It's based off of the 90s X-Men cartoon, and you don't really you got some here on the left glove. You see it up there starting at the clavicle, and it's working its way down the shoulder and the along the side of the arm there. You get nothing else as far as that on the back. On the right arm, or I should say forearm down to the wrist, you have some of that cell shading right there, and that's about it as far as the cell shading. Once again, I don't know how I feel about that. I know what the intent is. It's to give it that, if you recall, with the 90s cartoon, how it, like, you know, like appears in, it gives off like a shadow effect or something. I guess that's the way how you would explain it, but hey, it is what it is. I have seen a video of someone who got this figure. It was actually the Wolverine that they had, and they managed to remove the cell shading. I'm not going to go and do all of that. It's all good, you know. That's what these are for. There's a reason why it has that. If you don't want to display it, don't display it. Don't even buy it if you know, it bothers you that much. But I digress. Anyway, let us get in just a little bit closer. Once again, taking a look at the head sculpt. This time, of course, the one that came on the figure out of box. And once again, it's beautiful, and it has to be. I'm sure it's different. When we look, we'll see. But I believe that this head sculpt, as well as the one that the accessory, are they're utilizing photoreal. We'll confirm that later on down the line here. But everything else looks cool. The brows, the eyes, the lips. Once again, got the black hair, as you can see. So yeah, it's pretty nice. And you see the cell shading looks even more prominent this close up, so you can see what I'm talking about there. She's got the red top there, and yeah, it's basically it's the same figure that we got before. So pretty nice. We're really kind of sort of, I think, getting this because of the packaging, and I know there are some people that they really are down for the cell shading. Looking at her articulation, her head is on a ball hinge, disc hinge, and she can look down that far. She can look up that far. She can turn left to right, you know, actually 360 it, and she does have just the slightest bit of wobble. Just the slightest bit of it, not too much. She can get the shoulders up almost 90. She can rotate them 360. She has the old school female buck, so that means she's got single jointed elbows that swivel at the elbow. She has wrist rotation, and it's on her left hand. Her left wrist is vertical hinged, whereas her right is horizontal. So you got that. She has diaphragm, so she can go left to right, side to side, and around. She can't go forward at all, and she can go back just that much. So you're not going to get much. As far as her hips, they'll go out that far. She can get her leg up almost 90, go back just a little bit. She's got thigh rotation right there where her shorts meet her bare leg. She's got double jointed knees, kind of gummy, by the way, keep that in mind. excuse the voice, kind of scratchy there. And she does have rotation at the boot cuff. She can point her foot forward that much, up that much, and she does have ankle pivot, and of course holes, peg holes at the bottom of her feet. Here's Jubes with one set of her shades on, as well as her energy effects. And yeah, like I said, these effects really don't suit Jubes because that's not really how her power set works. Her power set is more, colorful, sparkly, explosive type of energy. And here she is with her alternate head where the shades are up over her eyes and just hanging out. Here we have our VHS Jubilee lined up against, on our right, the original version of this figure, which came from the Caliban wave. And as you can see, I've got your brother had to do it again, had to go custom. So this is more apropos and more evident of Jubilee's power set. And we'll take a closer look at the head sculpts after we finish looking at these comparisons. On our left, her right, is the first Jubilee that we ever got, which, believe it or not, for those that don't know, is a Build-A-Figure. And it came in it was an old Toys R Us wave, and very hard to get. And it was a Toys R Us wave, but it actually was more of an online type of thing, and it was very difficult for most to get. This wave had the infamous Emma Frost that was crazy to get, and was probably still is very high in terms of price on the secondary market. Taking a look at the different head sculpts, the one on our left is the VHS version, and as you can see, it's a lighter complexion, and if you look carefully, you can see that they are different. If you look at the faces, I do believe, as I stated earlier, that they've used photoreal on the VHS, and this on the our right, the one with the bubble gum, which, by the way, it would have been nice if we had gotten a head sculpt with showing her blowing bubble gum like we did with the Caliban version here. You can see that this was more cartoony. The face sculpt looked more like action figure, whereas here on our left, yeah, they did use that photoreal, and everything's still nice. They painted the earrings nicely, so that's cool both times. So that's cool. The hair is exactly the same. I don't know if you can see that, but they're exactly the same. But it's definitely different faces. And while we're at it, we may as well peep the differences in the shades. Her sunglasses. This, of course, came off of the Caliban version, and these, as you can see, you see the difference right there. Even without the cell shading, the Caliban versions were pink, but they were clear, and these, the VHS version, they're straight up basically opaque, and you can see the cell shading on them. So, and also they're both different colors, so you can see those differences. So to sum it all up, number one in the new series, the new VHS series of X-Men figures based on the 90s cartoon, complete with the cell shading, is it's a redo. In fact, all of them are going to be redos. The upcoming Wolverine and Mr. Sinister are all based on previous releases. Just the paint apps have been redone to demonstrate the cell shading, and but other than that, essentially the same figure with some minor exceptions, or major if you want to talk about the difference in the head sculpts using the photoreal. Looking very nice there. And I still don't think I don't think that Jubilee looks Asian enough, whatever that means. Don't kill me in the comments in this day and age, but still very nice looking. The cell shading, I guess it'll grow on me. Right now, I don't know. It's just I'm just not really feeling it. But like I said, to each their own. I'm going to definitely display the box like it was a VHS. Have them lined up like used to be done back in the day, which is really the that's the selling point, is the packaging. Quite frankly, it does. Of course, the packaging is also. This is the preamble of the plasticless packaging. Technically, the Pulse Army Builders were, but in terms of regular priced or more priced figures, if you will, yeah, we're going to start seeing the plasticless packaging. And how do you guys feel about that? It's a very big topic, very controversial, very polarizing right now. I myself, I'm very leery about it. The main issue is, of course, the potential for swapping out figures, and that's very upfront and apparent. But following on its coattails is the inability to inspect the figure for QC issues, paint apps and stuff like that. That's going to be an issue. So I guess we'll see how this works out. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think regarding that. Anyhow, I'm going to wrap up this review talking about the VHS line Jubilee with the cell shading. The first of 3 that we're going to get. Wolverine and Mr. Sinister are next. So guess we'll wait to see what's what with those 2 figures. Anyhow, guys, thank you for rocking with me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for notification of the next time I upload a video. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues. This is Yanuka Big Rucker, and I am out. Peace.